Imagine waking up tomorrow morning that you grab your phone, you open your curtains, you step outside, and there is nobody there, no cars, no voices, no footsteps, no children, no neighbors, no noise, every single human being on Earth gone overnight without a single warning. Now here is the question that is going to keep you up tonight. How long before Earth completely forgets we were ever here? Not just recovers, not just heals, but completely and totally erases every single trace of humanity. Every building, every road, every city, every satellite, every memory of us. The answer is going to shock you. And honestly, it is going to make you feel very, very small. Let us find out exactly what happens to Earth after we leave. Welcome to the IFS, where we answer the questions that keep you up at night. Hit subscribe if you are new here, because this one is going to blow your mind. Let us go. Okay, so every human on Earth has vanished. Just like that, what happens first? Within hours, the power goes out. Not everywhere at once, but slowly, grid by grid, city by city, country by country. Modern power plants need constant human monitoring to keep running. Without us, they start shutting down automatically within 24 hours. And when the power goes out, everything goes with it. Traffic lights, dark hospitals, dark skyscrapers, dark. The entire planet goes quiet in less than one day. But here is something that will genuinely surprise you. The moment humans disappear, animals notice immediately. Within hours, wild animals that normally avoid cities start stepping onto empty streets. Deer walking through Times Square, lions wandering through Nairobi, bears exploring suburban neighborhoods. Nature does not waste a single second. It starts moving in before we are even cold. 1 week without humans, and things start getting interesting. Without anyone maintaining water pumps, cities begin flooding from the inside. Subway systems in major cities like New York and London flood completely within just a few days without constant pumping. The London Underground would be completely underwater in less than 72 hours. Think about that. One of the most famous transit systems in the world, completely swallowed by water. In 3 days, pet dogs left behind start forming wild packs within days, searching for food, searching for survival. Thousands of years of domestication starting to reverse almost overnight. Cats? Well, cats were basically already wild. They barely notice we are gone, which honestly tracks 1 month in. And now, things start getting genuinely dangerous. Nuclear power plants. Right now, there are over 400 nuclear reactors operating around the world. Each one requires constant human supervision to stay stable. Without maintenance, without cooling, without humans watching the dials, these reactors would begin overheating within weeks. Without intervention, many would eventually melt down, releasing radiation across large areas of the planet. It is one of the most sobering reminders of just how much of our world depends on humans showing up to work every single day. But nature keeps moving forward anyway. By 1 month, grass and weeds are already breaking through sidewalk cracks in every city on Earth. Slowly, quietly, but completely unstoppably. Nature is incredibly patient, and it has been waiting a very long time for this moment. 1 full year without humans, and cities are already starting to look different. Vegetation is pushing through roads and pavements everywhere. Vines are climbing building walls. Grass is covering what used to be perfectly maintained lawns and parks. Without pest control, insect populations explode dramatically, particularly species that humans had been suppressing for decades. Rivers and oceans start recovering almost immediately. Without pollution from factories and ships, water quality improves rapidly. Fish populations that had been declining for decades start bouncing back within just 1 year. The air gets cleaner faster than almost anyone would expect. Without cars, without factories, without planes, carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere start dropping within months. The planet literally starts breathing again, within 1 single year of us leaving. Now this is where things get really dramatic. 10 years. Without humans, most small and medium-sized buildings in wet climates have already been partially reclaimed by vegetation. Rooftops covered in plants, walls cracked open by tree roots, windows shattered by vines. The Chernobyl exclusion zone in Ukraine gives us a real-world preview of exactly this. Humans left in 1986, and today. Just 38 years later, the forests have completely reclaimed the area. Wildlife is thriving. Nature turned a nuclear disaster zone into an accidental wildlife sanctuary. That is how fast nature works when we get out of the way. 50 years without humans. Most wooden structures have completely collapsed. Smaller buildings gone entirely. Major suspension bridges, like the Golden Gate, begin showing serious structural failure as their steel cables rust and snap without maintenance. Cities that were once home to millions of people now look like forests with buildings hiding inside them. 100 years after humans vanish, almost every small building on Earth has collapsed. Only the strongest and largest structures remain. Think the pyramids, the Great Wall, concrete skyscrapers in dry climates. But even these are visibly crumbling, cracked, invaded by roots, covered in moss and vegetation. Most roads have completely disappeared under layers of soil and plant growth. River systems have changed course dramatically. Without human dams and diversions, rivers go back to their natural paths, creating new wetlands and floodplains across the planet. 500 years in, most steel structures have completely rusted away. The Eiffel Tower, gone. The Empire State Building, a crumbling skeleton barely standing. Most coastal cities have been partially swallowed by rising sea levels and natural flooding. But forests, rainforests, coral reefs, all of them recovering in ways that would genuinely take your breath away. 1,000 years after humans disappear, finding evidence of our cities becomes genuinely difficult. The outlines of our largest structures are still faintly visible, but buried under meters of soil and plant growth, our roads are detectable, mainly as slightly different patterns of vegetation growth. Above them, the planet's biodiversity has exploded. Species that humans had driven to the brink of extinction have recovered and spread across continents. The world looks more like it did before the Industrial Revolution than anything we would recognize today, 10,000 years after humans vanish. Almost nothing visible remains above ground. Our greatest cities are now buried ruins, detectable only by the slightly different mineral composition of the soil above them. Ice cores and geological records would still show a strange spike in carbon dioxide and radiation from our time here. But from the surface, you would never know we existed. 1 million years after humans disappear. Earth has completely reset. The slight geological signatures of our existence are still technically detectable. If you know exactly where to look and have incredibly sophisticated equipment, but to any creature walking the Earth, or any alien civilization passing through our solar system, there would be no sign, no hint, no whisper of evidence that a species called humans ever existed here. Our satellites would still be orbiting silently in the void of space, slowly decaying, slowly falling, the last silent witnesses to our existence, and eventually, even they would fall back to Earth and burn up on re-entry, taking the last physical evidence of humanity with them. 1 million years, that is all it takes. For a species that built skyscrapers, landed on the moon, created the internet, split the atom, wrote symphonies, painted masterpieces, loved, dreamed, wondered to be completely and totally forgotten by the planet we called home. So if all humans vanished today, here is exactly what would happen. Within 24 hours, the lights go out across the entire planet. Within weeks, nature starts moving back in. Within 100 years, most of our cities are unrecognizable. Within 1,000 years, finding us becomes genuinely difficult. And within 1 million years, Earth forgets us completely. It is humbling, right? Everything we have ever built, everything we have ever created, everything we have ever loved. On a geological timescale, it is barely a scratch on the surface of this planet. But maybe that is not a sad thing. Maybe that is the most beautiful reminder that Earth was here long before us, and it will be here long after us, and perhaps the most important question is not how long Earth takes to forget us, but what we choose to do with the time we have here. If this genuinely moved you, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the IFS for a brand new mind-bending video every single week. Drop your own what if in the comments below.